Space Wolves versus Blood Angels, brand new Codex, the last good guy Codex to be released, and we have a copy. So 1,500 points.
Yep.
We're doing Blood Angels versus Space Wolves because, again, a Space Wolves having that +1 to hit and Blood Angels having that +1 to wound. I think it'll be pretty cool to see which one plays out there. What we have, our mission is Eternal War mission out of Chapter Approved, and it's Dominate and Destroy. There's 6 objective markers on the board. You control them, you score them at the end of every round. However, any units you destroy also count as points. So, Nate, you have a Codex in your hands.
18 months after everything dropped.
You've been playing Space Wolves for how many years?
Since 1994. I was 10 years old.
Means you're really old.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're 10. I would say like you were just born, you bought the Codex.
Everything was pewter then.
You look really young. So, you finally have special dice.
Yep.
That we may see today. No,
we won't, because wait, those are pre-ordered.
You waited 24 years and you can even buy the dice.
Yeah, but we've got new Warlord traits. We've got some awesome stratagems. I'm not running Primaris because I want to see what the true wolves can do for all of us core lovers out there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and
getting dicey already.
We got a Wolf and Dreadnought in the mix. Wolf and we got some cool stuff.
Wolf and Wolf.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy. 1,500 points of Space Wolves. Nate, you're bringing a battalion. Looks like you got a host of HQs.
Oh, yeah.
And some wolfy bits everywhere.
Yep, lots of fur running around.
Take me through it.
We've got 3 HQs up in the front there, 2 rune priests, one has a runic axe, one has a runic sword, and then the center there has Arjak. We have 3 troops choices. They're just 5-man Grey Hunter squads, each one with a plasma gun. This time around, they can all take the chain swords, no worries, so they've all got the chain swords throughout. Fast attack, we've got Thunderwolves over there on the left-hand side with 2 frost swords, 3 storm shields, and a frost axe on the sergeant. We've got an elite slot over here with the Wolfen. 6-man squad. They're loosely kitted because I like bodies over gear sometimes, depending on what's going on. Going with the Thunderhammer Storm Shield on one, Great Frost Axe on another, and then the sergeant, of course, has his Frost Claws. Heavy support, we've got 2 of them over there, one being the tried and true Predator tank, which we've all grown to love, has a Predator autocannon on the top, 2 las cannon sponsons, and then of course, the Long Fangs, which I'm really excited to see how they do with some of these new rules.
Some good stratagems.
Yeah. I've got 3 missile launchers in there, 2 las cannons, and then the Wolfguard pack, or not the Wolfguard pack leader, but a pack leader. And then Sven, the
normal Marines just call them sergeants.
Yes,
okay.
but we're wolves, so it's either dogs, frost, or hellfrost, or death, or murder, or whatever we do.
Mostly murder.
Yeah. Sven was formerly a Venerable Dreadnought. However, with the new Codex that we've got in our hand here, we got to see how this Wolfen thing does.
Yeah, he's a Wolf and Dreadnought now. Yeah,
right. He's got the Fenrician Great Axe going on in his hand, and then the Blizzard Shield. So.
Yep, and a Stormbolter, and I mean he's pretty cheap for the points. Let's see what damage he can do. The Blizzard Shield is now just a 4-up invul instead of a 3-up.
Yep.
But it's not like I'm going to shoot him.
Nope.
I mean, I would never do that.
A close combat Dreadnought.
Very good. Who's your Warlord?
Warlord's going to be one of the Rune Priests there. It's going to be the one with the sword over on the right-hand side. So
very good.
Warlord-wise, he's going to have the Saga of the Hunter, which allows him to move, advance, and charge. Then obviously with the heroic deeds, if he makes a charge, that then becomes a area effect.
Yeah, all he's got to do is make a charge, and all of a sudden he buffs the army.
Which is why he's there.
Very good.
And then for the relics, I'm going to take the Armor of Rust on my Warlord. And then I'm going to put the Wolfenstone on the other Rune Priest.
Very good. And you're burning a command point
to get the second relic.
A stratagem to get that second relic.
Yep. So the Wolfenstone gives +1 attack to select units that are within range. And then the Armor of Rust does some fun stuff in close combat, which we'll get to here right now. Armor of Rust gives a 4-up invul. And then when it's in close combat, the unit... let's see here. Choose a unit within 1 inch of a model. The unit cannot be chosen to fight in the fight phase until all other units have done so. If the target unit has the ability that allows them to fight in the fight phase instead, basically at that point it alternates back and forth.
So the real bummer for me here is I finally get to charge you with Death Company, and then they have to sit idly by and get beat on by someone.
By everybody else.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I can choose you to fight last.
You shouldn't. It's not like, go ahead. It's not like it's a big mechanic of my army.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways.
1,500 points. 1,500 points of Blood Angels. I have a battalion detachment and a spearhead detachment packed in there. And to start it off, I'll just go with my HQs. And the first one is a captain with a jump pack. What I have for him, I mean, this is classic Captain Smash, Benguinius.
Yep. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. What I've given him for his Warlord trait is the Gift of Foresight. That gives him a Feel No Pain, but he can reroll ones for it. But then I've burned a command point for the stratagem Death Visions of Sanguinius. He gains the Death Company keyword and the Black Rage special ability. And that's important because under Gift of Foresight, if he already has the Black Rage ability, the 6-up is ignored, and he does have the 5-up in Vol.
Which is awesome.
5-up Feel No Pain with rerolls of 1. The relic that I've given him is Angel's Wings. And Angel's Wings is a jump pack that allows him to reroll failed charge rolls and also makes it so you cannot overwatch him.
Oh.
Which might be important for Long Fangs.
Yeah.
Now I've moving on, I have Lamartes, I have Mephiston, and moving into the heavy supports, into that spearhead, it's pretty simple. I've got 3 Predator tanks. I have 2 with Predator autocannons, 1 with a twin las cannon, and all 3 have las cannon sponsons. Isn't that fun?
That's a lot of las cannons.
That's a lot of las cannons. The troops choices for the battalion, I have 2 tac squads, and they are just bare bones, no special anything, just bolters and chainsword. I have my 3rd troops choice is a scout squad, and that is kitted out to be close combat scout squad. Moving on from there, my 2 elites choices, or 3 elites choices, sorry. I have the Sanguinary Guard. There are 2 Power Fists, and all the rest are and Carmine Swords. Moving on, I have the Death Company. I've got 10 there. They all have chain swords and bolt guns. And then I have the Sanguinary Ancient, and he just has an Carmine Sword as well. And that brings me to 1497 of that.
Yeah.
And this is the table after deployment. Blood Angels won the roll-off. I picked Hammer and Anvil and this side of the board. So we'll start with Blood Angels over here. I put my Death Company with Lamartes on the right flank. Predator tank with the other 2 kind of around these containers. I've moved my scouts up onto this objective here. And I have one of my tech squads there, the other one there being supported by Mephiston. Here's another objective. So right there is the other objective that they're sitting on this side of the board. In the teleportarium, I have Captain Smash, the Sanguinary Ancient, and my 6-man of Sanguinary Guard. Over on the Space Wolf side, well, before we get there, here's another one of the objectives. And a 5th objective there, and the 6th objective is over here. On his left flank, he has a Rune Priest, and what psychic powers does he have?
That Rune Priest has Living Lightning, and he also has Stormcaller. So.
Very good. And a Grey Hunter squad next to him, Sven, the Wolf and Dreadnought, sitting back there.
Kind of line. I've got Grey Hunters up front. Long Fangs in the middle, and then Grey Hunters back on the other.
How do I get a ticket to that party?
Range.
The Predator tank here, a Rune Priest there, also your Warlord. What psychic powers does he have?
He has Murderous Hurricane, which is the one that allows them to roll a d6 for each model in the unit within 18 inches. And then Fury of the Wolf Spirits, which is the melee psychic power that they have.
Very nice. And Thunderwolves here. And in the teleportarium, you have Arjak. And on the hunt, you burned a command point and you put your wolf in on the hunt, which was a good idea.
Yeah.
For the first time probably ever,
Yeah.
you finished deploying before me, so that is +1 to your die roll. See who goes first?
4.
Oh no, that means you go first. Let's see if I can seize this.
Get it.
That's not a seize. Turn 1, Space Wolves movement. What do we got here?
Grey Hunters slid over and they advanced just a couple inches.
Just to get securing that objective?
Yep. Long Fang swung around 6 inches just to get some sight on that Predator over on the other side. Sven slid over to support the other Grey Hunters in case you decide to drop on top.
He ran, right?
He did, yep.
Okay.
Yep, the Grey Hunters there pushed up center.
They advanced as well?
Yep, a glorious 1 inch. They stayed put. Predators stayed put. Thunderwolves advanced. They got a good roll of 5 inches, so they got a good move. And Warlord there, he just pushed over to the side behind some cover.
Very good. Some shooting. Space Wolves turn 1 shooting. The Predator tank shot all the way across the board into my Predator up front here.
Yep.
And 1 last cannon got through, and you rolled a 1.
Yeah, big day.
But you made up for it a bit with your Long Fangs.
Oh, yeah.
You used a stratagem with them.
Yep, I used one of the new stratagems, the Keen Eye, for 1 command point. I'm allowed to either re-roll fail to hit rolls or fail to wound rolls.
And you used fail to hit?
I used fail to hit because I moved them. Figured get rid of some of the negativity there. Realistically, everything.
It wasn't really that negative. I felt it was a positive decision.
I felt pretty good about it.
You need to be more positive.
I will. Yeah, team player. Go team. 3 cracked missiles and 2 las cannons. I got 2 of the missiles off and both las cannons.
Yep.
Out of all that, you made 2 of your armor saves, actually.
I did, which was nice, but I took 7 wounds from them.
Yep.
Dropping him down to 3 wounds left, and that is it for your shooting phase.
Yeah.
Blood Angels turn 1 movement. All I managed to do was move and advance the Death Company and Lamarte's up the right flank. Everything else stayed put. And my Warlord, Sanguinary Ancient, and Sanguinary Guard all stayed in the Teleportarium. Blood Angels turn 1 shooting, and I fared a little better than you did.
Oh, yeah.
I put kill shot on this middle Predator here, and he, even though in his wounded state, he isn't in his last tier, and he shot down, and all 4 hit, all 4 wounded.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye.
12 wounds
12 wounds on. And then the Predator here did much poorer in shooting and shot in at these Grey Hunters and this one as well.
Because that's all you could really see, actually.
Yep. Yeah. Shot in.
Yeah.
And we were really hoping
I wanted to see Lone Wolf.
that this was, you're going to get it down to 1 squad here. You would think between 2 Predators with autocannons and las cannons,
Yep.
but I wounded you twice with a las cannon on the last Predator,
Yeah.
and you rolled 2 6s to save.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
You don't deserve a lone wolf. Space Wolves turn 2 movement, and it's a dicey one.
Oh, yeah.
In from the hunt and the Teleportarium is Arjak and the Wolfen right on my left flank. I guess your tactic is kill me.
Yeah, that's what they're going for. That'd be the goal.
Over here, your Thunderwolves have moved up. They're now scoring this objective there. These guys ran a marvelous 1 inch. Your Warlord has moved up.
Yep.
They've stayed put on this objective. Long Fangs did not move.
Yep.
These guys?
Yep, they stayed put. The Rune Priest over here on this side moved over a little. And Sven ran over to the left. He's kind of looking at some other stuff that's coming at him.
Oh, you mean all that Death Company?
Yeah, a whole lot of jump packs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Space Wolves turn 2 shooting, and what a funny shooting phase.
And psychic phase.
And psychic.
Yeah.
So let's start with your 1 Rune Priest who was going to cast something today.
I was all excited. Let's cast some Stormcaller.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, this Warp Charge 8 gives everybody within 6 inches a cover save. Cool.
Yep. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, rolled 2 1s.
Which is a perils, so you command point re-rolled that,
Yeah.
and then rolled another 1.
Yeah.
But then you rolled another 1 again.
Yeah.
So
he only took 1.
he only took 1.
That's cool.
How about just don't roll 1s anymore?
Well, we're getting to that because we've got the Long Fangs next.
Yeah, the Long Fang shot. You split fire.
Yep.
So you put 2 las cannons and a missile launcher into the Predator, my Predator in the middle with twin link las.
That's the target that they called, so they got the rerolls of 1 for hit against him.
Very nice. And then you put 2 missile launchers into my scouts.
Correct, and I did use the Keen Eye again because I wanted to be able to get the rerolls to wound should I need them.
Sure.
Yep.
So another stratagem you use there.
Yep.
Shot the last cannons and missile launcher in, and really you just failed on everything except for
It was one last cannon.
one last cannon,
Yeah.
and then you rolled a 2 for damage.
Yeah.
So you do know what the mission is.
Yeah, I'm supposed to kill stuff.
You're supposed to kill. Okay, I just wanted to double check.
I think that because we had to wait 18 months for a Codex, they're still sleeping.
That's a good point. And then the 2 missile launchers, though,
Yep.
put in with their frag.
Frag missiles, yep.
And-
I rolled 8 shots. I got 5 of them off.
Even with my cover, you killed 3 of them out. So we're getting there.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting there. Space Wolves turn to assault. The Wolfen made it in with an 11-inch charge.
Oh, yeah.
I overwatched with a handful of my guys and put a wound on one of them.
Yeah. Which is
And
cool.
this is fantastic. The Wolfen, by all means, should eat.
A 5-man attack squad.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a problem.
They're kitted for infantry. That's how I got them kitted.
However, I made 5 6-ups
Yep.
and 1 5-up,
Yep.
blocking all of your special weapons,
Yep.
and then saving 2 of the regular wolf claws. I only lost 3 guys. And at the beginning of this, I chose not to heroically intervene with Mephiston,
Yeah.
and that was a great decision.
Oh, yeah. Because I would have put some on Mephiston, and who knows how that would have gone.
Exactly, and he's not buffed up yet because I haven't had a psychic phase with him. Blood Angels turn 2 movement. Mephiston has moved up, of course, and the 2 men left in that tack squad have moved over towards those Wolfen. Very brave tack squad.
Oh, yeah.
The 5-man tack squad here has moved over to secure this objective. The Predator tanks have sat still. The Death Company plus Lamartes have moved up to the other side of this. And over here,
Gold Girls.
Sanguinary Guard, Sanguinary Ancient, and Captain Smash himself have all dropped in to this nice little corner you made for me.
Yeah.
Blood Angels turn 2 Psychic and Shooting. Mephiston casts Smite onto the Wolfen. He perils, so I command point rerolled one of those.
Yep. One off.
Went off, of course. But then later I attempted to cast Quickening on myself.
Yep.
And I failed.
Yep.
Had no rerolls left.
Smite
But
killed the guy.
Smite killed the guy with 1 wound left over there. But then the shooting phase happened.
Oh, yeah.
And the tack squad and Mephiston shot in, not doing a ton of damage, but this Predator and this Predator dumped into the Wolfen over here. Actually, it's because this guy in this amazing pose
Yeah.
is what they could see. And the Storm Shield pretty much tanked everything in the kitchen sink,
Yep.
except for the last cannon shot from this guy into there. And then all the way over on the other side of the board, nearly a tragic event. These Angelus bolt guns opened up on the closest unit, which happens to be this guy.
Yeah, my nice little warlord over there.
And just put in, it's a -1 AP on those Angelus bolt guns and stripped him down to a wound left. Not pretty.
No.
Time to charge you. Blood Angels turn 2. Assault. Mephiston and the tack squad dumped into the last couple Wolfen here. Mephiston killing off the last 2 Wolfen.
Oh, yeah.
However, the Wolfen got to swing back, putting 3 wounds on Mephiston.
Oh, yeah. Most
So-
of those came from the Great Axe because, for whatever reason, he's the best
Yeah,
weapon.
the Great Axe is great.
It's a good weapon. Yeah.
No, it's great.
You're great. Don't tell me it's great.
Thank you. Death Company made it in with the Grey Hunters. You had 13 armor saves to make on your Grey Hunters,
Yeah, I made 12.
and you made 12. That's fair.
And I swung back. What happened?
You swung back, I lost 3 Death Company.
Well, and it should be noted with the new Codex, when I get charged, I get +1 to hit.
Right,
And that was huge.
and I had +1 to wound.
Yeah. And,
13 wounds!
yeah. Whatever I rolled,
You-
3 died. Yeah.
Unbelievable. But over here,
Very different story.
Sanguinary Guard got into the... well, actually, I used Descent of Angels, which for 2 command points, I get 3d6 for a charge.
Which you needed, because
Which
rolled a 6.
I needed, but I wrapped in there and really messed them up.
So with my Armor of Rust, I made it so that I got to attack first.
Yes.
However, with my couple of attacks, I rolled nothing that got through to wound. So.
Nope. And then they swung back with their Uncarmine swords.
Yep.
And
with the 4-up invols, I blocked a couple of them, but he only had one wound left.
Yep. But still, very cool stratagems being pulled off there,
Yeah.
and I really liked the relic putting in the last, because I forgot he had that and didn't expect that. But with that, that's killing another unit that's another victory point for me, and also slaying the Warlord, which is key in this mission. Turn 3, Space Wolves movement. Sven, the Wolfen Dreadnought, has moved up on the Death Company, who decided not really to kill anything today.
Because they're not Death Company.
They're really more into dying themselves.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Well, that's actually in the fluff.
The Wolfen, or I'm sorry, the Longfangs have stayed put. This Grey Hunters have moved up just a little bit to shoot my poor Warlord. The Thunderwolves went, wait, what is that? It's shiny.
Yeah, they're the raccoons of the Space Army. The Grey Hunters moved up, looking at that objective.
Scoring that objective. And Arjack.
Jack is going to make some poor choices and throw a hammer.
Don't do it, Arjack. Don't do it. Space Wolves turn 3 shooting and psychic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Rune Priest over here, not so good today.
Nope, cast Murderous Hurricane, it went off. I rolled the 7 dice to see how many mortal wounds it took. On a 6, they would take a mortal wound. I rolled 7 dice, no 6s. Yeah,
Statistically.
I should have got at least one. Was going to cast Living Lightning, but being strategic, that goes off on a 6 and does the same number of mortal wounds as Smite. However, Smite goes off on a 5, so this particular time I cast Smite. However, it didn't go off. So.
Yay! Fantastic showcasing of the Space Wolf psychic powers, but the shooting phase.
Shooting phase was alright.
Ish. You shot the missile launcher into these scouts over here.
Yep. Nothing wounded.
Nothing wounded because they're tough as nails.
What, 55 points? Yeah.
Last cannon shot down in to the Predator that was here.
Good thing I shot both of them.
You got shot both of them because one missed.
Yeah.
Which was a great... you were debating to shoot 2 or not.
Yep.
You decided to end up shooting 2. Good idea.
It worked out. Yep, so he blew up, or he blew up but he didn't explode, so it didn't hurt anybody else.
Yep, so there's another unit, and...
Grey Hunters, over here on this objective, I decided to supercharge the plasma and take a gamble, because your captain here was the closest.
And you supercharged and he died.
Yep, but one shot went off, but you blocked it.
Yep, with my 3-up Storm Shield.
And then I rapid fired the bolters, you blocked the rest of those.
That's right.
Yeah, and then over here, something fun happened.
Something fantastic happened,
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Again, overcharged because, again...
Yet another plasma gun. It was your sergeant and 1 plasma gunner left in this squad.
Yep.
Your plasma gun overcharged into these guys.
He did. And one went off, but the other one was a 1, so he died.
He died, but one went off and actually killed out a sanguinary guard. But that leaves 1 guy left in the squad.
Yeah.
And you have a stratagem.
Yep, I used my last stratagem point to turn him into a lone wolf.
And with a lone wolf,
so
he gets the character keyword.
He gets character keyword. He gains 2 wounds, and essentially, as he's fighting for the right to avenge his fallen battle brothers, it's worded: Space Wolf infantry from your army. That has been reduced to a single model. The wounds characteristic goes up by 2. It gains character keyword and can reroll fail to hit and wound rolls for the rest of the game.
Oh, so he's nasty.
Yeah, so he's basically like a little independent character running around scoring stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
and on the other side of the board, Arjack threw his hammer.
Yeah, hit, wounded.
Wounded. This is the tax squad.
Yeah.
This is the 5-man tax squad that has dealt with all the Wolfen.
Yeah.
I mean, with Mephiston's help, let's be honest. But I rolled another 6 for an armor save, so...
Yeah, you blocked the Thunderhammer.
That's amazing. They're getting laurels or something. Space Wolves turn 3 assault, and what an assault it is. The Wolfen Dreadnought made it into close combat here with the 7 Death Company left, and the Rune Priest heroically intervened.
Yeah.
The Rune Priest killed 1 off.
Yep.
However,
Wolf and Dreadnought killed off 6.
Yeah, killed off 6. It wiped the squad there. Very impressive. And over here, let's see.
The Riders didn't really do anything.
No, but again, the Wolves did it all.
Always, for 2 editions, that's all they've ever done. We killed off 1 out of that squad.
And one of them, actually the Power Fist, put 2 wounds back into the Thunderwolves. And then over here, our Jack...
Some comedic glory happened. Both sides.
Did not kill Mephiston due to his feel no pain. And Mephiston put actually the tack squad put a wound back into our Jack.
Because I blocked all the shots you put in from Mephiston.
Unbelievable.
So once again, I don't know why we buy anything other than like power armored tack squads, but whatever.
Blood Angels, turn 3 movement. Well, I left close combat over there with Mephiston and the attack marines. And over here, I jumped Lamarte's up near the objective. He's going to try and jump down into this melee and see what his Rosarius can do.
Oh, yeah.
And Captain Smash jumped over the pipes towards the Grey Hunter. And the Sanguinary Ancient moved up with his banner to support the Sanguinary Guard.
Yeah.
Turn 3, Blood Angels shooting. The Predator opened up on Arjak, and that's all it took was 1 las cannon getting through. Put 5 wounds on him. He had 4 left. Even though Arjak reduces damage by 1, it was still enough to kill him. This Predator shot down onto the Wolf and Dreadnought and took 3 off him with the autocannon.
Yep.
And I attempted a crack grenade into them.
Yep.
Failed. And I shot my bolt pistol into this Grey Hunter squad from Lamarte's and failed to wound. That's it. Turn 3 assault. Blood Angels. The Sanguinary Ancient did nothing.
Yep.
However, the Sanguinary Guard swung in with their 2 Power Fists and Carmine Swords and were able to kill off the last wound off of 1 and smurf out the other one with full 3 damage. So we're down to 1 Thunderwolf there. Captain Smash made it in to close combat here, killing off 3 of them. However, they swung back and took 2 wounds off him, and also with the feel no pain.
Yep. Over here, the sergeant swung back with his axe and the dog and killed off one of the Sanguinary Guard.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And over here, Lamarte's made it into the last Rune Priest, killing him off pretty handedly, and then consolidated into these Grey Hunters over there. Space Wolves, turn 4, movement and shooting. Really just because the Longfangs moved over and shot here, only stripping 1 wound off Captain Smash. You needed a big one on the damage.
I got a crack missile through and I rolled a 1 on the damage.
And
movement-wise, the Longfangs obviously moved around. Sven just moved closer to Lamarte's to get in.
And that was really it?
That's it, yeah.
Turn 4, Space Wolves Assault.
Sven charged in, and you tanked all the wounds that came in.
Yep, all on my Rosarius there. And the Grey Hunters actually took a wound off of Lamarte's.
In which you, in turn, killed one of the Grey Hunters.
Yep. And over here, nothing happened because you had fled. And over here, the
Thunderwolf ended up, the rider put 0 wounds in, and as per usual, the dog put another wound on.
Yeah. Well, took one of the swords out and took a wound off of the Power Fist, and they put 1 wound back into the rider.
Oh yeah.
So that's it. Kind of a stalemate lockup. You really had to kind of kill a unit or 2 there, but at least I didn't kill you back.
Yeah.
Or Blood Angels movement, shooting, and assault, because I really everything's down here now.
There's not much left over here.
So over here, Lamarte's was in close combat. Here I swung in, killing off 1 Grey Hunter. They failed to do anything back, but Sven.
Yeah, he put 8 wounds on you.
He put 8 wounds in. I only had 2 Feel No Pains, killing off Lamartes. That gives Nate a victory point. I made it in with Captain Smash into the Long Fangs, and it was very short work.
No Overwatches, which I was really hoping for, because that could have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been great, but no.
No.
And over here, actually, the Sanguinary Ancient made it into the last Thunderwolf,
Yep.
and he single-handedly knocked him off.
Oh, yeah.
Very impressive. That's actually, I think, the first time I've ran the Sanguinary Ancient where he's done anything.
Yeah, normally he's just running around buffing stuff.
Yeah, but it was nice to see him actually take a unit off the board, but there we are. Turn 5, Space Wolves, movement, shooting, assault.
We're doing game wrap up here.
Yeah, here we go. So, Wolfen, well, everything shot into Smash over here.
Yep.
Didn't take any wounds. The Lone Wolf had to secure that objective, so he couldn't get in close combat. He shot into the Sanguinary Guard. Also, no. Yeah, I made all my 2-ups. These 2 shot in. I made my 2-ups, and the Wolfen Dreadnought made it into Captain Smash. Swung, taking him down to 1 wound. Actually, you put 3 wounds on. I just made my Feel No Pain.
Mind you, I did the cleave attack because it's now a split profile.
And
Yeah.
that was good, but you put 3 wounds on.
Yep, and then you made 2 invols.
And he swung back with his Thunder Hammer, getting 2 through.
Yep.
That 4-up instead of the 3-up. If it had been the 3-up invol, you would have blocked them all. But that 4-up allowed 2 through, which is a flat 6. He had 5 to go.
Yep. He
He died, did not explode. So Nate, we are going to call that at the end of turn 5 Space Wolves because really at this point I'm sitting at like what?
You're at like 19, I'm at like 15. So
Yeah, so yeah, it would have been if you had gotten a few of them through here, a few of these kills off, it would have been much closer, but there's no reason for me to play out the last year because I'm up by 4. But Nate, debut of the Space Wolf Codex.
That was a fantastic game.
It was fantastic, and I think we've learned a lot from this. I can't wait for you to dig into this Codex more and get another battle report on here.
Well, in any game that's settled by just a couple of rounds of dice
Very true.
is automatically a good game.
You had a few bad runs of dice. I had a few great runs of dice, and I think that's why we saw in some pivotal turns what we did. But overall, I'm very excited to see what you pull out of this Codex with.
It's got a lot of possibility, and I played a pretty generic list.
Yep.
So let's see what it's
Exactly. You haven't even dug it. You literally got the Codex out of the packaging, and we pulled stuff out of foam.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what happens when you dig into it. Thanks again, man.
Absolutely. Can't wait.